Hey everyone, it's Jenny Dietrich back with another Spin Sucks Inquisition. And today I have a Chicago area friend whom I met, I believe, at Wine and Web. Is that right? Did we meet there? Yeah. Andy Christadina from Orbit Media Studios has me every December. It's sort of our thing where we do a live Q&A, and I got to meet our guest there. And he's become a good friend since then. So please, sir, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is David J.P. Fisher, but that's a mouthful. So everyone just calls me DFish.
DFish.
DFish in the house. I am an author, a speaker, business coach, and basically I just like to talk a lot. So kind of everything in between. Also run a very cool podcast.
And the podcast is called?
Beer, Beats, and Business.
And I'm going to be a guest, which I think you're going to regret because I don't like beer and I have the musical inclination of a 13-year-old girl.
Even better. Even better. I love it. Bring it. So be nice to me. Or I know.
That's fair.
Fair play.
I'm next. That's fair. Fair. And your books. Tell us about your books.
So I've written 6 books in the networking in the 21st century. Six. It's networking in the 21st century, why your network sucks and what to do about it. So it's a whole series of them. There's the main book, and then we've got a bunch that are for more specific groups, millennials. We have one for freelancers, one for sales professionals. We have one that's all about LinkedIn and building relationships on social media. So they're basically just a resource, a tool for people to get better at building relationships, but then also using those relationships to help everybody move business forward.
And you have one that just was published?
Yeah, so we had one come out just in June. That was...
oh man, it was June? Jeez, it feels like it was like 2 weeks ago.
But it does for me too, yeah. So that was a book that was specifically for sales professionals. For sales professionals. And then because I'm insane, we've got another book coming out, hopefully February, and that's called Hyper-Connected Selling: How to Win Business Through Personal Influence and Building Human Connections. Yeah,
why not write a book every 6 months? I mean,
I've got a lot of free time. You know, I just sit around doing nothing. So why not?
And you're getting married.
And I'm getting married.
Jeez. Lots of free time though.
Yeah, tons.
Ooh. All right, so this next question, I know I typically stick to business, but because you're getting married any second now, you may also do personal if you would like. Okay. What is the biggest mistake you've made in the past 6 months?
Well, deciding to get married was the exact opposite of the biggest mistake.
I hope she watches this.
Yes, that I've made in the last 6 months. So the biggest mistake that I've made in the last 6 months, I think the big thing I did about 2 months ago was rebrand my business completely.
Yep.
Which was a great idea. And it's exciting. It's been a great, I can see a lot of benefit coming from it. But I think there is a point where you kind of bite off more than you can chew. Mm-hmm. And, between planning a 200-person wedding, and we redid our kitchen. My fiance.
Oh, good, of course.
The other day, she's like, we did a lot this year. I'm like, yeah, we're insane. So we redid our kitchen, decided, planned a big old wedding. I rebranded my business, brought out a book in the middle of summer. And you know what? I think, and was building the podcast. I love doing stuff. I love being busy, but I think I probably wasn't as, respectful of my own space and time and ability. And which, in the end, it's not a bad thing, but I think some of the activities I would have loved to put a little more attention and more love in. And, I will, in what do we figure out? 15 days, I'll be able to put a lot more attention on it. But, and you get this too, we've had this discussion. Sometimes we commit to projects because they're great projects. We know we can do them.
Right.
But they end up suffering a little bit.
Yep. So, or you suffer a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think long-term, everything's going to be great, but it made my life this summer. It wasn't really a fun summer, which kind of bothers me. Because I'm like, in Chicago, we have 2 months.
Right. We have 2 months is right.
You gotta take it for what it is. And to your point, kind of combining our personal and professional lives is really important to me, and doing it in a way that's, wellness is an overused term, but really having wellness in your life and and honoring all the aspects of you. I don't think I got a chance to do that as much. And and you know that we only live once, so you might as well do it right. You know,
right.
You go through it. So that was kind of my biggest mistake. So I'll be able to move past it, but there's definitely a couple days where I was cranky. I was not happy. And, you know, things suffered because of it. So you live, you learn, move on.
That's right. Well, wait till the day before your wedding.
That's what alcohol's for.
True. Very true. What is one of the biggest trends? And I actually am interested in hearing your perspective on this from a networking online digital perspective for forthcoming for 2017.
Sure.
That we should be paying attention to.
What is the biggest trend that I think is coming? You know, I actually think we're going to start, and it's starting to happen a little bit. We're starting to see a bit of a pushback. And I think we're going to see that there's so many great tools coming out, and everybody thinks that the next trend is the next tool. And I just saw, for example, Blab, which was kind of touted.
Yep.
When it came out, like, oh my God, it's amazing. And they just closed it.
They just closed it. Yep.
And it was a fun tool, but it really wasn't connecting with the real need. I think we're getting so many tools out there that's fantastic. I think we're finally at a point where people have to start synthesizing this in life. I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I've been training on it for 10 years. And I've even seen that trend in like the last 6 to 12 months with kind of the power users, where they're starting to not get burned out, but they're like, okay, how do I actually use this every day for the next 10 years?
Right.
And I think one of the ways we're going to see that, and by the way, completely biased on this, is we're going to really see it start to integrate with our offline activities a lot more. You mentioned Andy and Wind and Web, which is a great networking series here in Chicago. That was obviously an important part of our relationship starting, but then we've definitely been conversing online, Twitter, all those other platforms. So I think we're going to really start to see people go, okay, I've got 20 different platforms I could use right now. How do I really want to spend my time? And I think we're going to start to see that, not that this development is going to slow down in the online world, but we got to really start to think about what we have. Kind of like we saw that with radio, we saw that with television. Woo, this is really exciting. You can do all these things. And then it starts to really get integrated into our daily lives. So I think we're going to start seeing that really in 2020.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's interesting. So shifting gears a little bit, what is one thing about yourself that would surprise most people?
So besides my beautiful operatic singing voice, that's not true. I can't sing. I'm a drummer. I'm a rapper. I can do that.
No singing.
You know, I think people actually are surprised to find out that I'm actually an introvert. In that,
that would surprise me too.
Yeah, and that if you, I actually think the introvert-extrovert dichotomy is actually not a really good spectrum. I don't think it's actually accurate or true.
Right.
But using the parlance of the day, I'm very cool with being by myself. I mean, you kind of have to if you're going to be a writer a lot, which is
right. You have to live in your own head a little bit.
But people think I played in a band for a long time. I'm a professional speaker. I love interacting with people, but I love my alone time. And people they hear that and they go, what? And I go, yeah. Some days I don't really.
I think the big misconception is that introverts are shy and don't like to be around people. And I don't think that's the case. It's just that we get our energy by being alone or by sort of being in our own head, where extroverts get their energy from being around other people.
Yeah, that's absolutely one of the ways that I've seen people kind of describe the difference. And actually, I've got a whole chapter in my first book about why I think this distinction is BS, because people always think that, I can't network because I'm an introvert.
Right.
I'm like, no, that's
baloney. Totally agree.
Yeah. But you're right. Like, I get my energy. I said, I for example, and you get this too, you go to a conference, you're a speaker, it's super high energy, it's exciting, it's fun, and then you come home and you like talk to your husband and you're like, I don't want to talk to you.
Right, don't talk to me. Right.
Like, I missed you and leave me alone.
Right.
That's kind of how I am.
My husband does not understand that, but it's true. Like, just let me be. I think he gets tired of hearing, just let me be.
But it's good that you communicate that. It's like, I love you.
Yes.
But I just need me
to be alone. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
What is the best book you've read in the last 6 months?
Oh, geez, the best book I've read. I actually read a lot. I was realizing when I was setting up the camera for today that my background doesn't have my bookshelf to make it look smart.
Yeah.
I've noticed everybody's doing that, so. And that's just my office bookshelf. I do have a full one in the other room. I actually, so this sounds strange, but I actually reserve my summers for fiction. I don't read nonfiction really much in the summer, just because my brain starts to go a little loopy. And so I've actually been reading hard speculative science fiction. Yes. And so I'm trying to think of like what's the best one that I've read. I actually was doing some rereading of one of my favorites, which is William Gibson, who's the old cyberpunk neuromancer. So I reread Neuromancer, Count Zero, and that stuff just gets me fired up in some really strange reason. So I'm gonna actually, I know most people come with that awesome nonfiction book that they have.
I actually prefer the fiction.
Yeah, so that's.
I think it makes you a better writer.
Absolutely. One of the things that I just am realizing this summer and doing all this nonfiction reading, and I'm reading like Rendezvous with Rama. I just finished Ancillary Justice, which is great. Oh, I mean, these are like hardcore. I'm actually forgetting. There's a great book that I read, and I totally forgot the name, where the guy combines. It was written back in the 70s, and he's combining Greek and Egyptian mythology with the colonists on another planet that they pretend that they're gods because they have such good medical technology that they're immortal. And so what do the inhabitants of that planet think about them? And it's also got a whole Buddhist, the Buddha is like protagonist, or he says he's the Buddha because they all adopt the mythology. And that's the kind of stuff where it sounds strange, but one of the reasons I love reading this, and again, it's now been almost 10 years I do this every summer, is it just makes you think differently.
Yep, I totally agree.
And I read, like, I'm getting ready to read the new negotiating book that the authors everywhere, Chris Voss.
Yep.
And I'm excited about that, but I'm like, I know what'll actually help me just think about life better is these science fiction writers. I go,
totally agree.
What happens if there's a creature that doesn't have time, and how would that change the way you interact with people? And you're like, oh, that's a really cool question. Let's think about it.
Yeah.
So I nerd out. Let's just
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So do you nerd out on binge watching television?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, it's so funny. It's about 50-50 on that question.
Yeah, I actually, in the last 3 or 4 years, have gotten into watching way less TV, a lot less movies. I don't have the patience for it. Just kind of, just personally, I'm a little this sometimes. And I think quality-wise that unless you get into some of the really good shows, so like I have friends who are like, why aren't you watching Game of Thrones? Or my fiance is still pissed that I have never watched Breaking Bad, right? And people are like, they're great shows. And I also go, I'm sure they are, but I don't want to invest 40 hours of my life into it. But on the other hand, I'm a big gamer. So
okay.
Put me in front of my Xbox. I'm playing Destiny right now, and that's easily 3 hours. My fiance laughs. She'll come home and I'm sitting there, with my headphones on, talking to my internet friends.
Talking to your friends, who are like 12.
Actually, I am in a clan with just dads.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're all kind of older guys. There's women too. It's kind of like parents. But there's actually one family where it's the mom, the dad, and their 2 children.
Come on.
And it's hilarious. I'm like, the family that games together stays together. But it's cool because they're not 12. They're guys. They'll actually be like, hey guys, gotta jump off. My kid needs to. My kid just walked in the room and is bleeding from their knee.
That's awesome.
Okay. Awesome. So it's that's what I do. I do think it's important that everybody has their kind of relief valve, and that just happens to be mine. So.
Well, I will admit that if I weren't stuck on the trainer all winter, I would not watch any television. So that's when I catch up. That's why everybody's like, "You got to watch this." I'm like, "It's not winter yet."
You just got this list.
I do have a list. I have
Oh
a
my
huge
gosh.
list.
All right.
And I'll get all the way through it by the time cycling season.
I love it.
Have you guys met?
No, we haven't.
DFish, Laura DFish.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, living the dream. Living the dream.
Lovely. All right.
I've seen all your stuff all over Spin Sucks, but
Oh,
other
good.
things, but we've never met.
I know. Well, it's very exciting. It's lovely to meet you today. And I'm prepared to help you win 5-second rule because you look like a winner here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sign your paycheck.
It's all right. This is details. You're a winner. You're a winner.
Actually, that's not even true because you get a wire transfer. I don't even
Right.
or direct deposit.
Well, I love your threats, but yeah, it's all right.
You never become a mob enforcer. I don't think.
I know.
You're like, come on, please, just give us the. I'm gonna break your leg. I'm gonna break your. I'm gonna break your leg.
Well, people are like, oh, I hope Judy doesn't, like, I'll say or do something. People are like, I hope Judy doesn't fire you. And I'm like, well, she does. Like,
But I just don't leave.
twice a month. I just don't respond. Like,
I still get a paycheck.
Like, oh, that's cute, Judy. That's
Yeah. Like, fire me. That's how she says good morning.
exactly.
Let's just get it over with for the day.
Yeah, it's just how you interpret it, you know?
Exactly.
All right, Ginny, you will go first, ma'am. And will you please tell me 3 things you're scared of?
Me or her? Is that
I'm
Judy?
thinking. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not even going to time it because she's obviously in.
Yeah, because I'm not scared of snakes. I'm not scared of bugs. I'm not.
I know
scared
one.
of
I know
clowns.
one big one.
You know one? Oh, I'm not going to say it though because as soon as I say it, everybody's going to start sending me pictures, and I really am scared of it.
Very true.
And it's not
clowns.
somebody. No,
That's mine. Oh, that's mine.
it's not. He's a superhero, and it's dumb that I am scared of him, but I am. So I'm not answering that question.
All right, Ginny's not scared of any.
So 0.
But I am scared of clowns. That's my big thing. And
That's fair.
Today who sent us this horrible story about these clowns
In Greenville, South Carolina, these clowns are luring children into the woods.
Oh my God.
Right. Yes. I was like, I will never sleep again. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So I'm still recovering from that one. Okay. So now, David, it is your turn.
Okay.
DFish.
DFish. All right.
Just don't call me late for dinner, and we're good. We're good.
All right. Will you please name 3 of your favorite smells?
3 of my favorite smells. Coffee, even though I don't drink it, I enjoy the smell. I love the smell of tea shops. So just like we walk in, it's got to be a full tea shop, that overwhelming green tea. And ironically, I love the smell of a dive bar. It doesn't smell good, but it's so comforting.
But it's so comforting.
You're just like, okay, there's some stale beer, usually some peanut smell, and you're just like, okay. Usually a bleach wafting in, before they just
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, all right, I can get a $1.50 Miller High Life here and just relax.
Yeah. Ready to listen to some maybe mediocre music, and then yeah.
Sometimes
it's pretty good.
Dive bars can be amazing.
Amazing. That's one thing I'll say about Portland, Maine is it's horrible music outside of like actual concerts. It's the worst street performers you've ever found in your life. And so it's the one that like sometimes like you can have like really great music that you just find randomly, but no, here it's
not here. Okay.
It's like
Really?
seriously bad. Like so bad that you're
Why?
like, wow, do they try to make it this bad? Because it takes effort. Like, yeah.
Huh.
It's an
I
interesting.
love it.
Fascinating.
So, okay, Ginny,
Yes,
would
ma'am.
you please name 3 child stars?
Can I have some clarification on the question?
Yes.
Do they need to be child stars now or child stars from when we were kids?
Whenever. Anytime a child was a star.
Okay. Miley Cyrus. The cute little girl with the pigtails from Full House. What was her name?
Mary Kate.
Thank you. The twins.
What's her last name?
Olsen. Olsen.
All right.
Mary Kate and Ashley.
Wow, DFish is strict on the rules here.
Hey, if we're not playing to win, why play at all?
Right, I hear that.
And who was the little girl on the Cosby Show?
Rudy Huxtable?
Yeah, but what was her name? What's her name?
Keisha.
That's pretty good, DFish. That's pretty good.
That is impressive. You're up on your
I can tell you child character names. I'm good at that part.
Yeah.
Very good. With a lot of help from Phone a Friend.
Right.
Yeah. You had a lifeline on that one, but that's all right.
That was a team effort. Okay. DFish, will you please name 3 monsters?
3 monsters? Can I editorialize in this one?
It's 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds.
Frankenstein's monster. Not Dr. Frankenstein himself. That's incorrect. Frankenstein's monster. A werewolf.
Yeah.
And
Edward from Twilight.
Americans' apathy towards police violence.
What?
Wow. Yes.
Okay. I think we can give him that.
All right.
That's the deepest answer we've ever had here on 5 Second.
I think it is. That was pretty impressive, actually.
Impressive tie-in. Yeah.
That's as deep as I'm going.
That's pretty good.
Actually, I don't think that was even me. I think I was just channeling something.
Yes, channeling something.
I mean, talk about like sticking to your message and getting it through. Like you found a way to really.
I don't know if that's my message, but I'll take it. It's a good message.
Okay, Jenny, would you please name 3 skills you wish you had but do not?
Singing, which we've discussed. Playing an instrument.
What instrument would you like to play?
I don't know.
Drummers are the coolest.
The drums.
Yeah.
And sewing.
I got a kid right there. We can come over.
Okay, awesome. I'll come over. Sewing, much to my mother's dismay, I cannot do that.
Interesting. I'm surprised you can't sew. You're so crafty in other ways.
I am not crafty at all.
See, you have to think in context of me. So
well, in context with you, like, all right, this is a different conversation. But Laura, your mom gets upset with you because you buy generic paper towels.
Well,
so let's just move on.
Anyways, I think Jenny's crafty.
Now he's got the old Beastie Boys song in my head, so I'm sure.
Love it.
Okay, DFish, will you please name 3 pieces of advice your mom gave you?
3 pieces of advice my mom gave me. One was always carry business cards. I kid you not. She yells at me to this day if I don't have a business card in my pocket.
You're like, Mom, there's this thing called the internet.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you know what? She's right. You with the internet, you should always have business cards. That's staying on message, Laura. I write books on networking. Ta-da. She did tell me that, when somebody's picking on you, it says more about them than you. Because I got picked on when I was younger. So like I come up crying and she's like, you know what? And so that's definitely something. And then, she was definitely a big proponent from a big family. She's from a big family, and she's like, your family's always there for you. Whether or not you like them, your family's there for you. And she's right. So that, she was always said, make sure you take care of your family, and, make sure that if you need help, you ask your family for help. So those are 3 things that my mom told me.
Good advice. Very, very good advice.
She's a smart lady. Smart lady,
yeah.
We'll make sure she sees this as well.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. She'll watch it. She'll figure out the internet for that. She'll like it. She'll like it on Facebook. And then, I love my mom dearly, but she's definitely the person who would have a Facebook conversation with you through the comment section, because she doesn't realize that it's for everybody.
Yeah.
That's she's gotten better, but she might have done that in the past.
Maybe once or twice. Okay, Ginny, would you please name 3 superheroes you'd like to be friends with?
Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
How about Iron Man?
No, I want to be friends with Robert Downey Jr. Totally different, Laura.
But you have to pick the universe because you couldn't be friends with Batman and Superman at the same time, depending on.
Yes, I can. I can combine universes.
I know. Well, but they fight each other. I mean, you didn't want to have a barbecue.
By the way, did you see that movie?
You'd be like, oh, is Superman going to be there?
Did you see the movie?
Of course I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
The best part of the whole movie, it was terrible, by the way. The best part of the whole movie,
I didn't see it.
Was Ben Affleck was so buff that he was walking around like this, and like this. It's not even attractive.
That is actually why I don't get that buff. I could in like a week. I just put on muscle mass and I get ripped like that.
You don't want to walk like.
You're just afraid about not fitting through doors for the rest of your life.
That's exactly right.
It's a bit. I mean, it's a valid concern. I hear you. That makes sense.
Oh wait. Okay, my turn.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, yeah, your turn. All right. 3 famous people you'd invite to dinner.
3 famous people I invite, living or dead?
Either.
Okay. I would definitely, this is going to be a popular choice or might seem like one, but Lin-Manuel.
Yes.
Because my friends turned me on to him before Hamilton broke, and so I was really I love his creative process, and I think that would be really fun to kind of get into that.
We're going to lose this because it's only 5 seconds.
Oh, shoot. Fine. Abraham Lincoln and Einstein.
Einstein, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Lin-Manuel's a great one.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
I think if we all sat around having a scotch or something, that would be an interesting conversation.
All 4 of you?
Yeah.
That would be an amazing conversation.
Yeah.
I agree.
Very well. Okay, very good. Let's see. Last one. Ginny, would you please name 3 nicknames people have for you?
Jinbin, Gigi Cement, and Ginny the Great. Okay, that last one might be.
Is that the one that you tell yourself in the morning?
Yes, it is.
That was nice. It was a good added, though.
I'm going to start calling you that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get it out there in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that. Okay.
Would you please name 3 places you'd like to go but have not yet been to?
I would love to go to continental Europe because I've not been there.
You haven't?
No, I keep going to Ireland over and over because it's amazing. Hey, I got 5 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
I would love to go to Mexico City. I don't know, I think that would be fascinating. And I'd love to go to Vietnam, and I'm actually going there on my honeymoon. So
wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that would be fascinating. Interesting.
That'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, those are my 3.
Good.
Those are good.
Well, you're knocking one off the list, so you can make your way through. Next time we talk to you.
Next time we talk to you, you have to add a new one.
I will. Done. Awesome. No problem.
Well, sir, please tell everyone where they can find you on the interwebs.
On the interwebs, easy enough, davidjpfisher.com. I tweet all the time at DFishRockstar. You can find our podcast at beerbeatsandbusiness.com and on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/in/IMDFish, IAMDFISH.
I am DFish. I love it.
What?
Thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.